So I was crafting some traps, and I ran out of efficient parts. And I know you guys really enjoyed my farming to 999 Oxy, and I liked that as well. It was like an hour in the desert, and it was just kind of a good time seeing how it went. And yeah, I crafted up some extra traps, and I ran out of efficient. Now, I don't really need to be farming efficient parts. This is an absurd amount of traps, and it's plenty. Honestly, if I just use the traps that I had, and this is going to be advice to everybody, I'm going to try and make this a very informational video. If I just use the traps I had and I employed all the things I recommended in my sugarcane farming oh wait, no, I'm sorry, wrong game. In my how to get every items video, I always recommend encampments that are like metal encampments, target practice where you can recycle the weapons and traps, storm chests where you can recycle the weapons and traps, trap encampments where you can recycle those, and killing glowing animals. All of these things are excellent passive sources of every pretty much crafting resource in the entire game, including efficient parts. So if I just played the game while doing all of those in every single mission that I play, eventually, by the time that these numbers get back down to double digits, I'll probably have a few hundred efficient parts, and that would make this farming session that you're about to watch completely unnecessary. But I think we're all a little curious to see if you just threw on a farming loadout, went to the correct zones and went for it, how would that go? Now, there are two competing zones in my mind for the best source of efficient parts. You want the maximum number of mechanical items that you can destroy, and that in my mind is between industrial parks and cities. I'm not really sure which one is best, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get 999 from any one of these zones, so I might just do one of each and see which one pulls ahead, and that's just what's in my mind. In the past, on loadout, by the way, I have done 10 minutes of desert farming, 10 minutes of forest farming, and I typed in farming and it did not bring up every video that easily, but here's the Oxy video. In my experience and my testing, when you are punching constantly and you have lots of things to be punching, a basic Fossil Southie commander build is identical to putting Clip in the lead. If you just switch her for support, if you just switch these two heroes around in the exact same build, it is identical, which in my opinion means Fossil Southie is better because he's achieving the exact same number of resources in the exact same time frame with leftover energy, which can be used for your Teddy, phase shift just to get around the map. You can use your energy on your Seismic Smash if enemies are surrounding you. I recommend farming in a zone that's high enough to get what you want, but low enough where it's comfortable. So me solo in a 124 zone is pretty safe. I can just throw a drone down and mostly ignore them, maybe use a Xenon bow or something casual like that if the enemies are swarming me, but having that extra energy is just nice if it's the same regardless. Now, in industrial zones and cities where there aren't as many mechanical parts, you could argue that getting the most bang for your buck with Clip in the lead could be good. However, I still think that getting through the entire map a lot more quickly with Fossil Southie in the commander slot means loading into another game, allowing us to see more animals, more encampments, more mini games in general that I mentioned already, could actually be beneficial. So while I agree on a per punch basis, Clip might be best for mechanical parts, I still think overall, Fossil Southie might be the better commander. You can disagree with me if you want, and when you're farming, just go ahead and run Clip and feel good about it. I think the secret truth is that they're both the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be kind of a wash regardless. So long as you are in-game doing something, that is the most important part. Now, I am learning from those past farming videos where people recommended Fleet. I thought I was all clever by using Eternal Wanderer, but looking through my 1 hour oxidized mineral powder, I mean, this is an entire desert, but when you're going from rock to rock to rock to rock, I was sprinting almost never. So Eternal Wanderer just did not come up. What I was doing a lot was walking between things to punch, and a lot of people suggested Fleet, and I agree. Just having that constant movement speed bonus, it's minor. It's not a big deal. I should activate the pylons if I can keep that presence of mind, but it's just nice to have. And for whatever reason, in one part in one of my videos, I had Rex Jonesy just to activate Blast in the past. I think that was like leftover from a suggestion I was making to like kill the enemies around you. You don't need it. Soaring Instinct is just passive healing, which is kind of nice. We're going to be spamming phase shift and abilities anyway. Extra shield is great. We just want Blast in the Past active so that Fossil Southie can be doing his job. Of course, we have Clip and support. Yeah, I don't think she's the number one commander, in my opinion, of course, but and testing, but at least a support. She needs to be in the build, and absolutely Archaeologist. Of course, we're going to be spamming anti-material charge. This is a very basic farming loadout, but I just had to cover all my bases, because if you're watching this video, maybe it's the first one you've seen, subscribe, link down below. Channel members get early access to my videos. Then I figure I should explain everything thoroughly. And pretty much everything I've been referencing, I'm going to try and remember to link down below. The 10 minutes desert, forest. I even did a 1-hour version, I think, of both of these. What was I doing that day? I'll link the Oxy video and, of course, my big King video, how to get every single item in the game. This is extremely thorough. It's one of the best videos I've ever made, and it'll get the job done. So, I'm unofficially starting at around 5 minutes-ish. I have exactly 0 mechanical parts. Shop reset in the time that I'm recording this is about 29 minutes away. Let's get into it. Now, I don't even know if these propanes give you mechanical parts. I honestly don't know. Searching these can be worth it. You see, I got batteries, but cars are kind of a red herring. They don't actually give you nearly as many as you might think, so they're not necessarily a high priority for me. What I really want to be looking for are mechanical devices like the air conditioning units. There's my first mechanical parts. I don't think the crumpled up cars, they can. All right, let's get to work. And then killing the glowing animals is very effective because I can get a weapon like that piston spitter. If I can come down here and recycle it, in this case, it was a bright core copy, so I got carved twine. But if that was a sunbeam version, I would have gotten efficient parts from that. So just keeping in mind all of these things. I think these are stacked up high. I don't want to overthink this too much to waste a bunch of time, but I feel like if you start up here, you can break the top ones first, but if you spend too long thinking about it, you're just going to get it destroyed by propane. So this is where I just need to throw my drones down, throw down the Teddy that I could afford because I'm using Fossil Southie. I was going to search something in the increment where I wasn't getting attacked, but this is what I'm talking about, going to a lower level zone. The fact that I can basically just ignore all these enemies is totally why I'm here. And I want to see, can you destroy the top ones first, or are they one giant stack? I'm not actually personally familiar with the idea if it's a visual thing or not. I'll admit, I've never actually gone into industrial zone like this. Well, maybe once ever, and like done a dedicated farming session because of what I've been saying. In every single mission that I run, I'm killing glowing animals, mini games. I can't say it enough. I am passively farming, recycling the things I get, and just looting as I go forever. And of course, we all know I play on stream. I'm a big streamer. I have friends who want to help me, and they build the defense as much as I do. It's a lot more shared than some of my haters would have you believe, but we pretty much build the bases in rotation, so it's not usually my traps going down. In a perfect world, that's how pub lobbies go, but I think we all know it's a little not like that. But my point is, mechanical parts just kind of happen. And where are we at by now? 24. Oh, it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be so long. I do not know how long it takes to get 1,000 mechanical parts, and I'm actually scared because it took me over an hour for oxidize, and I knew that'd be quicker. This might end up being a 2-hour video, which is why I'm in like a really active voice call. I mentioned it earlier, cars and vehicles are like red herrings. They look like they would be better than they are. They're just not. They just don't drop that many. And I'm sure the Clip fans would be yelling at me right now, like, oh, you should be using Clip because you'd be getting so many more. Again, I disagree, because you can see how quickly I'm going around. I don't know if you guys have been paying as close attention to my energy as I have, but I have ran out a couple of times. There have already been multiple instances where Clip would be way behind me right now, still working on the stuff that I've already destroyed and moved on. And I really just believe that. Fossil Southie is really good for just getting around the map much quicker, punching more things more often. It balances out. And the math supports it, so it's just kind of a moot point in my opinion. I was checking upstairs, hoping there's going to be some mechanical parts I can destroy. Stuff like this sitting around exists. These are the areas that you're really looking for. A wide array of mechanical parts is really, really effective. What would be also nice would be the washing machine area. But that's only one part of the map. I mean, that's just like one thing that spawns. Again, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Clip would be out of energy and waiting forever. Fossil Southie, you could just get it going and you move on. Sure, you get less per punch, but you get to get the punch in and you get to move on. Perfect. Ooh, yeah, ancient launcher. That's really, really nice for glowing animals. And let's see here. I didn't see what rarity that was. Shadow Shard, Monsoon. And okay, rotating gizmo. Yeah, it's a little random, but that's part of what I said. If Fossil Southie allows us to get through the map quicker, respawning a lot more of those glowing animals, that could be a nice excuse to get into another zone, reload the map, find more of those things, because while they're not like an extremely fast source, they're an easy passive source. Meaning if you are, you know, running around playing the game normally and your focus isn't exactly on mechanical parts, glowing animals are just kind of around. and seeing more of them is good. So I might miss them off in the background. I know you guys watching have more eyeballs than me collectively. I am not going to see every glowing animal, and I'm not going to catch every little car that I pass through, but I am going to try my best. Why does it look like I have an internet error? Recently, I upgraded my home setup to have a dedicated internet router just for my computer so that I don't have interference from my family, and I don't know what that is. Did I just hear a Discord sound, or am I just hearing stuff now? Am I going to go crazy? Is that going to be like a through line in this video? I start the video excited and eager to go and farm some efficient parts, and then I just get stuck. How do you suggest finishing sploders for the birthday challenge? So, while I'm recording this video, the birthday quests are definitely going to be gone. This is not like a super specific information-based video, so channel members are probably going to get a big head start, and it might be weeks before this video goes live. But while I'm recording, I'm going to date this video. Birthday quests are currently in effect, and if you're watching the stream live, Twitch link down below if you guys want to catch these videos. I recommend, you know, somebody said endurance, running normal missions. Any mission with a defense, if you're ever watching this in the future and you're someone who needs to kill propanes for any reason, any mission with a defense is going to have plenty of them. They stand around the map, they exist. If you have endurance even partially set up, maybe you've done some of your quests, you should have it done in about 5 waves. Note that anytime you're doing anything endurance related, it will not save as though you completed the mission until after wave 4. Epic changed that because I think endurance was just a little too powerful, so yeah. Right now I'm waiting just because you generate energy at 6.2 energy per second, as far as AS407 told me, and he does a lot of testing, so I trust him, but at 6.2 energy per second with a 2-second delay. So every time you use energy, you consume it in any way, it will wait 2 seconds before it starts generating again, and so when you're already generating energy like I was previously here, like right now, I like to just wait. It's hard to tell when you're generating energy naturally just because Fossil Southie is producing 12 per second, which is enough to confuse the eyes. It is technically most efficient to wait to go up to 100% if you know you're about to spend a lot of energy, but I mean, when you're in a crazy busy farming session like this, it can be easy to just go. I want to search this container first right now, and I want to do something that I assume is bugging you guys as much as me, and I'm just going to drop my builds. I know I'm targeting metal. I just want to put it all on the ground and see how much metal I can get naturally from this, because it is driving me crazy to be so full. Ooh, there goes Sunbeam, but this isn't going to give me efficient parts, but it is bright core. And, you know, okay, I know I'm here for efficient parts. I'm not trying to race the clock or anything, but chests count too, by the way. Oof, is that a tier 4 chest? Is that what just happened? Here, I'm actually looking for the number 6. I don't use size expansion enough. It's a good ability, but I don't have that one bound on my mouse. I had to actually go and find the key. But yeah, I recommend, you know, still farming for everything. I'm here for efficient parts, but coal is good too. All right, I want to do a check-in. It feels like we should be at 66. Okay. All right, 100 is like our roughly 10% tracker. I think this is going to take an hour and a half. That's so much. I'm not signed up for this, dude. I might change the scope of this video to a half stack before it's over. Or I'll do it in multiple That's actually possible. It did not occur to me until now that I could break, go make the daily video, breathe, rest my throat, get some water, and then come back. Imagine multiple sessions. The problem that I have, and it's too late to address this because these people have already clicked off the video, left their comment, and went away. But, hey, efficient parts. But a lot of people tell me that I should just do this or I should just do that. Bro, the game has had so many dupe glitches. Why don't you just cheat? And I don't like to play like that, honestly. I get enough from normal play, and I like to get it myself. I have a lot of people that tell me that farming is too difficult in this game, and that they would rather just cheat. You know, they would rather take advantage of glitches, or get to know people who do that kind of thing, and while I definitely don't support it, I get it. I get that people always want the laziest route. You know, there are a lot of people in this life who want to live an existence where they're not proud of themselves, and they do nothing to change that. So, I get it. But I'm just not one of those people. I want to go out and do it. Now, I've been talking so much about minigames, but I haven't actually done any. The reason for that is kind of the spiraling outwards that I'm doing. I want to focus on punching everything in front of me, and then as I get to a point where I'm running out of those resources, then I'll spiral out towards the edge of the map and try to farm stuff out there. So, hey chat! I'm looking over at you guys. Goobers in chat, welcome. Welcome. Oh, it's like a mad dash. You know, while this isn't technically how fast can I get all these efficient parts, I mean, isn't it? How long did what was the title of the other video? I think it was just farming until I get 999. Like, there's technically no timer. Nobody's racing me, but to the people who really, really, really don't like farming, this to them is like validation for why the game is too difficult. But I should remind everybody that 1,000 efficient is just one stack. There is nothing and nobody in the entire game or world that is telling you you need 1,000 efficient parts. That is just what a stack size is. For years, a stack size was 200, and that is plenty. That is so many more than you usually need. 200 is 100 ceiling traps. Nobody is ever using 100 ceiling traps in one game. Okay, that's a joke. That's a joke. But you shouldn't need to be doing that. All right, I'll break that one by hand. Hey, I got an efficient part anyway. Are there 4x drops of rain quests today? I don't know. In my daily videos, I point these things out. I share the information for those who are looking for those resources, and then the information leaves my brain as soon as the video is done getting recorded. So, yeah, if you're watching this at any point in the future, I probably have a daily video out for whatever the day's missions are, and I make those on a day-by-day basis. That's what daily means. I mean, I don't make them literally every day. Lately, my social life has picked up. Yay, go me. A gamer touched grass, and that's been fun, but it also means that I'm not home in time to make the daily videos as often as I'd like to, and for my own mental health, it has been extraordinary to just not worry about it, you know? Like, even getting a guest to help me cover my daily videos is a lot of work. I mean, I still need to coordinate with whoever's covering it, they still need to upload the file. When I'm out with friends, or on a date, or on cellular, you know, data, I have to, like, download these videos onto my phone, upload them to YouTube. I have to copy paste the title and the thumbnail, and that upload never goes quickly. Like, seriously, covering the daily with a guest, you know, like if Archer fills in and records all that for me, thank you to everybody who's helped me over the years, but that takes me out of the moment. I'm no longer present with whoever I'm with, wherever I want to be. If I'm watching like a show or a movie, like I simply cannot be on my phone. Ah, I saw the chest right after I punched. Whoops, but that'll happen. I just I can't do it. So for me, it's just no more guests at all. They also got mixed reviews. I'm not gonna spread any drama, but yeah, sometimes my viewers aren't nice to my guests, and that's it's not cool. So that's not the reason I stopped, but it's just one of the many reasons that I'm just focusing on me. It's been good, and I think a late daily is better than no daily. So yeah. If you guys are ever looking for the missions, you're ever looking for drops of rain, I do cover those every day. Fortnite DB also exists. Or most days. That's the whole point I was just trying to make. Most days. Yeah, people in public missions spam traps easily because of everything I mentioned. There are people who are more inclined to use less legitimate means of producing items, and that's a thing. Let's do a quick loop. Let's chill out on the direct farming and just head out here. One target practice, one storm chest goes a long way. One encampment. This one's brick, so it's not gonna... that sucks. This one's brick. Technically, the enemies you kill can drop efficient parts. I wouldn't necessarily bank on that, but it is a thing. How good is the new ancient launcher? Revisited. It's actually pretty decent. That's why I'm holding it. It's really good for killing the glowing animals, but I like it, you know? It's not an insta-kill for everything right away, but it's not a bad pickup. And as I'm demonstrating with all that extra energy that Fossil Southie has, it's nice to be able to just kill stuff. I was hoping I might get, like, efficient or something, but as I said, when you are farming for a specific item, it's easy to get tunnel vision and think that, like, efficient parts are the only thing that matter, but there are other items in the game. They are useful, too. And I believe that's at least the third time now that I've gotten some form of recyclable items. So we can recycle this one, and were the others 130 or just elsewhere? Because I swear I had more than that. Here's that Shadow Sharded Sleek. Why do I keep getting tier 4? Is it because I'm in a 116? Shouldn't matter that much, but really, no efficient from any of this? That's unbelievable. That is so unlucky. We're in like a 124, aren't we? That should be plenty. That should be plenty. I could have tamed a boar. Still could. I'm gonna do it right now. Watch me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't. Fuck. Okay. All right. Here we go. Come on. Everybody wants to die. See you. Like, it's decent. I like the new ancient launcher, but it is undeniable that the Xenon bow exists. It does a good job. So taming a boar would allow me to at least get some passive looting going. And oh, you just cease to exist. Okay. If the boar ever stops and starts digging, then we'll be able to revisit that. I don't think there's any ore spawning in caves that would help us with efficient parts, seeing as it's more of like a man-made item. And it doesn't look like there's much here. And that's why industrial versus city is a little debatable in my book, because the city has a lot more shops that can spawn with resources that are useful to you. Ooh, sunbeam. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go up here and find that. Hey, look at that. 14 efficient parts. That's why I recommend the glowing animals. Not because they're super fast or instant. As you can see, they are not. But when you're playing regular missions, that kind of thing can just happen. You just get some as you go, and that sort of bump can be very nice. Let's actually get a weapon that will work. I just missed the first volley. That's fine. They're going to be right behind me, but we can at least do that. There we go. Get a couple of kills, and can at least double check how far we're at. 124. That's not too bad. So we're 15 minutes in. We're 15 minutes in. Yeah, seriously, this might take 2 hours. Holy crap. Okay, I might pause for shop and then like cut these videos together and post, because I was willing to be a little late to my daily video on the day that I'm recording this, but I don't want to do this all at once. And that also goes for you guys in the real world. If you are farming for resources and you don't have 2 hours to do everything, then don't. You know, just don't. And of course I am farming for efficient parts, but I mean, oxy, quartz, I'm getting all these things as I go. And I wonder if a city might be a better zone. How much have I actually farmed here? Because it looks like the map is mostly uncovered. I want to make sure that I've actually cleared out all the decent spots, but I get crazy when I do these because it feels like every second I spend double checking the map is a second I'm not farming. It makes me go crazy. And I want to know what's the most efficient always. And I'm hoping as I turn around, the board is just going to have loot on the ground for me. I mean, searching containers can give you pretty much anything. It's not always worthwhile, but it's something you can at least do. Gamers socializing and talking to women. I know. Men, too. I've been making friends. Can you believe it? I've been making, like, real-life human friends. I got a game night going with a buddy of mine. There's going to be a day where him, a friend of mine, and his wifey, I think? No, a different friend of mine. Yeah, me, him, and a couple ladies. We're going to be doing Slay the Spire board gaming. And then we got a party the following day. It's going to be a fun combo. So the idea is we're going to go to his place. He's going to host. I'm going to set up the game. We're going to play the game. And then we're going to carpool to a party the following day. It's going to be busy. Yeah, there'll be no on-time daily video there. Okay, I think we've done pretty much most of the important stuff from this zone. If I wanted to pick through the scraps and target every single car I can find, that is something I could do. But I think we should load out of this. And I don't want to cut this part from the video. For entertainment purposes, I feel like I should. But this is the reality of farming, you know? You got to load in and out of games as you go.
Is the Grinch.
JXVKK is the Grinch. I know! Friends, right? It's one thing to, like, try and date people, but sometimes you could just be friends with humans. Okay, so that was the 124 Industrial Park. Let me just do a little check-in, see how we're doing. This is my full storage backpack. Yeah, 132 parts. I don't even know where I started on the other stuff, but this has been a generally productive situation. Let's go to the city zone, deliver the bomb, and see if that's any better. I am actually so anxious. This is gonna be like a 2-hour video on the channel, which might be fun. If you're someone who's gaming, grinding ventures, just chilling or whatever, and you just need something to watch, I got you, man. This is like falling asleep kind of content, but yeah, it's less than 20 days until his day. So Pokemeta and they are just going the slow route, because they're like an hour apart right now, but they live near each other when they're both at college, and she's a little scary. I don't know. I'm worried about our boy here, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. You completed your first ever endurance, and it was so hard. That's so exciting. Because it's actually supposed to be, you know? People, you know, can you carry me in endurance? Can you do it for me? Can you take away my accomplishment? It happens a lot. When someone tells me they went and actually completed their endurance and struggled a little bit, that's so exciting. I hit play on my endurance and failed multiple times until we didn't fail, and it was really exciting. Even though we kind of beat it on accident, and then I made a video recapping that, it was cool. It was nice to actually like accomplish something. And I didn't have the best defense ever, but it seems like floor freeze and tire traps have pretty much held up well so far. Man, this is taking a while to load. Yeah, that's just how it be sometimes. All right. I didn't get the energy pylon last time. It's something I could do, but I'm not sure how worried I am about it. Let's just wait a second. That's quartz. Quartz, generally, good to do, good to have, but it's not strictly necessary, and I might as well throw down the Teddy while we've got it. And I'm trying to think of the best way to help my Teddy and drone here. 132 is slightly higher level enemies, but, you know. Let's see. What is the best launcher for me to use? Wait, that's not mine. That is not my bazooka. That was not my weapon. All right, we're going to count that. We're going to count that. I don't love the loss of integrity by including weapons that were not farmed in today's session, but I should be using the ancient launcher here. But I wanted to count that just because I feel like that's the gist of it, you know? These are weapons you can get from glowing animals, and yeah, look at all these resources. Metal, Bright Core Nightclaw, Sunbeam Pulverizer, there's a Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Recycle, recycle. More on the Oxy side of things. It makes sense. Okay, I have a ton of weapons crafted for like a bunch of random reasons. Again, not my weapon. That is not mine. I think these are all the weapons that I didn't craft myself. Yeah, no mechanical parts, but, you know, all these resources are good. I'm going to keep reminding myself and you that the focus of this session might be mechanical parts, but these are all items I do use on a regular basis. So oxidized mineral powder is just as welcomed. I use that plenty. I'm just going to circle the map real quick. Last time we did everything farmed in the center, and now I feel like it'd be smart to at least go out here, because that is something you might find right there. Here we go. Find a taker that you can target, and then... It's actually so weird to use the ancient launcher like this. Turning around, tag and everything. There we go. Taker can drop efficient parts, but sleek is what I get this time. I feel like I'm getting scammed. They also dropped that. There we go. I at least got some efficient parts on the floor. Brightcore, while nice, is not why I'm here. And the wheelbarrow technically could be efficient parts. All right, we'll try this one. We'll try this one. Okay, I got some metal, nuts and bolts. Kind of a slow start on this exact map, but that's part of just looping the outside, seeing if you get anything good out here. This is so crazy, dude. I kind of want to finish this zone, but shop is in 7 minutes, and I'm not exactly sure which is better. I don't know what to do. I want to see out here. That's a wood encampment. We definitely want a metal one if we're going to bother. Break that for sleek parts. I am getting so scammed. This is crazy, dude. I'm getting so many more sleek. Now, this is part of what I was thinking when I was saying that cities might just be better and Fossil Southie might be better because of stuff like that. You have so many little parking meters, all the electrical things, the signage, all these things are like the street lights. All of these are important. The signs can't help you, but every single parking meter, there you go, can be an efficient part. And Clip is just going to take ages to get through these, if I can speak for my Brits out there. Just ages. It's so slow. This is another case where I know I'm going to be punching a lot, so waiting for that energy to get maxed out is key. There are so many little things you could break here that it might just be best for the gamers out there. Actually, I don't want to kill that with a Xenon bow. There we go. Sunbeam. It's amazing to be disappointed to get Sunbeam. Like, that is not why I'm here. Come on. And I'm looking on the left-hand side. It's covered by my overlay. I wanted to see what that was for, but yeah, endurance, same rewards. So when you do endurance for the first time, you do get that special llama, I think, and you get the banner. The rewards are otherwise the same. All the similar things that you got before. You're going to get the same hit of perk up and gold and, you know, the time you'll never get back in your life. So there is that, but yeah, the first time stuff you won't. So the Ancient Launcher, not known for its single target damage, as demonstrated. Yeah, it's a little brutal. I didn't want to kill this Smasher, but I figure he is being a little annoying. Alright, so to those who don't know how to deal with big targets nowadays, I highly recommend something like this. There we go, pot shot. And then build a floor, and there we go. Yeah, pot shot is incredible. It's a very, very strong weapon. And as you can see, Mist monsters can drop the higher tier stuff. That's useful as well. And while they're not necessarily worth killing in the interest of time, necessarily, if they are running around smashing the loot that should be giving you mechanical parts, it's kind of worth it to just get them out of the way. I think the city is going to be much more productive. All these parking meters and cars sitting around. I've said it before, cars like a red herring. The drop rate of mechanical parts and batteries is really low for cars, but they're there, you know. It's a mechanical part. Generator? I don't know. Right in front of you. It's worth doing. In fact, now that I've got the Xenon bow, I feel like it's either the Ancient Launcher or the Xenon bow. And I'm not proud of the idea that I am kind of slipping into the same old Xenon Bow pot shot. But, I mean, hey, if you have no loadout boosting your weapon whatsoever, you've got annoying smashers that need to disappear, the pot shot, man, it doesn't really get better than that. Is this a daily quest truck? No. I think it's Thunder Route 99s where you can see that, but there's a daily quest truck that basically spawns all the arcade machines and baby little fire trucks that you need to do your daily quests. It's really convenient. It's nice to see. And if you are looking for mechanical parts, that is applicable. That's a nice thing to have. I don't recommend like going out of your way looking for it, but if you see one, it's nice to do. Might as well tame a boar. I'm pretty bad at collecting the loot from these guys, as you know. I usually... Okay, whoa. I usually tame one and then just forget they exist, but... Might as well, right? And then I'll throw it on a teddy just so that it doesn't immediately die. I want to observe around the edge of the map, just in case we find something like this, or a minigame. Target practice, storm chest, these things are nice. Again, normally in regular missions they're better. If you're actually farming, they might not be the most efficient because there's a bit of a gamble there. You know, you could do an entire storm chest and not get any efficient parts whatsoever, but there's a lot of useful stuff in there anyway. Oh, I actually have a closet quest to do. Well, I'll be backing out of this mission, so I won't keep any progress, but that's still a thing you could do. You could go through these entire buildings and find every vending machine. I'll do it now. I'm not personally sure if that's worth the time investment of climbing all the way up here, but there are air conditioning units up top, and they obviously do drop what we're looking for, so it's not a complete waste of time. There are mechanical items inside. It could be a rookie mistake to just break down the entire building without any respect for the stuff that's in there that you might want. But it can be really tough hunting for a specific item, and then you clear an entire building, and it's just the kitchen down at the bottom that actually gives you anything at all. There we go. Washing machine has the potential to give me some efficient parts. This is, like, actually satisfying. People say they hate farming. I'm just talking to myself on camera for a YouTube video. But if you're someone who generally doesn't enjoy farming, I don't know. I recommend a stream, a podcast, audiobook. Put on, like, The Office for the 14th time on a side monitor. It can be fun. Farming is, if you're just grinding, you can zone out and make it a fairly mindless process. So, in my opinion, it can be really fun to just put on a TV show, you know? Grind out that show you've been wanting to watch. Maybe your friends have been telling you just how amazing Breaking Bad is. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I use my pickaxe there. It's so instinctual for me to just smack these, because they're just one hit. So even when I'm not farming, I'm always going to these parking meters and just smack, 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 you know? Kills the time, right? But Breaking Bad, you know, if you've just been ignoring it, throw it up on a side panel. Give it like 80% of your attention. 60%, right? Pot shot only frost. Have we never done that? Oh my gosh. So I think the reason that's not possible is they severely limit... Oh, maybe that's Horde. I was going to say they severely limit how much explosive ammo, but I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say, is it time to unmute? Because there's a crazy voice channel I'm in. There's like 8 of us in here, but I've been so overcome with everything happening. I thought I'd run out of commentary, but there's enough happening in these games that it's just... I could talk for hours. I love them. Honestly, so far, I feel like the city's winning. I feel like the city's doing a good job. Here, let me do that. Throw down the Teddy and Seismic Smash. Do that clip. Let's see the total so far. 225. So we've gotten 100 in the last... Was it 10 minutes? I really don't know. I'm personally leaning towards cities. Now, there are certain areas that can spawn that I definitely did not see in the industrial zone, so that could be skewing things. Could just be a little lucky with the amount of cars, of course, but I think for consistency's sake, there's just so many parking meters, cars, and buildings with efficient part stuff. Mechanical items that I feel like cities might just be a little more consistent, but I don't know. Potshot only would be interesting because, of course, they nerfed the discharger. It is not as good as it used to be. I keep emphasizing that they fixed it. Nerf fix, I mean, it's weaker than it was before. I really think it was a nerf. That weapon should have never stayed as good as it was for as long as it did. Ah, man. Because what it did was there's an entire generation of Save the World players that learned the game with the discharger, thinking that is a normal way to kill smashers. And, I mean, they left it for years. There are so many players who think that this is how the game should be. And they're telling me, like, oh, this is... this is not... a fix, you know. They're putting it in quotes in my comment section as if the weapon was never bugged to begin with, and then here we are. But They left it there for so long. Anyway, the Discharger is weaker than it once was. So Discharger only Frost Knight is a video I kind of want to make. I want to just do it just to see, you know, like let's see how far it fell. How far can we even get? That might be like a 30-minute video, but I still want to do it. Believe it or not, this is like a crazy admission. I have not fired the new Discharger. I farmed so much information from my community. Patch was nice enough to record those clips in Discord that I've been reusing for my videos. I personally have not fired the current version Discharger. Isn't that insane? It's not that I'm not well aware of its current status, but I have not used it. I don't know what I'm missing. I think I've seen what I need to. Lots of people have sent me video clips, but I just think it's funny. I never even... It's like I learned what I needed to learn. It was like, yep, it's a weaker weapon. Yeah, I really wanted to compare, like, the zone. I really wanted to finish this entire zone. I still do. Where I finished the entire zone and then compare, like, what got me more parts, city or industrial. But I do have the pressure of chats now telling me what they got in the shop. Do these give you efficient parts? I wouldn't think so. They're not mechanical devices. I know they give you metal. So I'm trying to remember, like, I break these for wafers and not anything else. Yeah, okay. Now, I haven't gone on top for the air conditioning units yet. I know I could have searched that. That probably would have been smarter. This is so satisfying. Again, unscientifically, just telling you how I'm feeling. I am currently way more on the side of cities. This is what I said earlier, and it's holding up. This is really, really smooth. What kind of encampment? Okay. Quartz, usually good. That can be Sunbeam or Quartz Crystal alone is just good. Quartz is not giving me efficient parts, so. No, V-Box. Oh, I can actually chill. Actually, here, let me click my Battle Royale button. Do we at least have new items? We have a 1,000-day-old emote and a brand new set of shoes. Okay, you know what? This can chill. Technically speaking, the final birthday llama from this event is available, but I can just do that later. I can do that. You know what I could do? I could pause, make my video, and come back and do my birthday quest here. This is going to be deadly. I want to remind people there's no shame in throwing down a wall. And I do like the fact that the pot shot is a little surgical, because I'm genuinely more concerned about breaking the cars early than actually killing the enemies. But as I've been saying, those mist monsters can drop tier 5 stuff, which is what we're here for after all. And there we go. There's a target practice. That's what I want as well. Let's see what we can get from that. Let me, while I have my inventory open, recycle some stuff. Again, no efficient parts. I'm being let down. I'm being scammed. I don't want it. All right, what about these? There we go. 2 efficient parts. Big gains. Can we get a W in chat, please? Sage is wearing Moxie. Yeah, so Moxie, I don't know about the future, okay? If you're watching this as an uploaded video on YouTube, I am not pushing this video quickly. I got other videos I want to post, and this is not a time-sensitive little 2-hour farming session. So Moxie might be in the shop by the time this video goes live, but at least as the day I'm recording, Moxie is available as a skin in Fortnite, her whole bundle, I believe, if you pre-order Borderlands 4, which is like $70. So use code Mista at your checkout in the Epic Game Store. So you can't just get that on Steam and get her that way, but. All right, what do we get? Hammer Crush, Sunbeam. Is that going to be efficient parts? I would sure think so. Look at that, 9 of them, just for a target practice. Is that the most efficient possible? I don't know, but it's worth it, you know? If you just want to clean up the map for as much as it's good for, these are the things you should do. A pre-order bonus. Yeah, and it's an interesting way to do it, because you have the negative Nancys who point out the obvious, that, like, that is a really expensive skin. Like, well, I don't know. You're pre-ordering a game. That's what you're buying. For $70, you're getting Borderlands. That's what we're here for. Moxie is just kind of like a little tip, you know? She's just like, here, if you get the game a little early, there we go. Because, you know, there's nothing safer in modern history than pre-ordering games. Yeah, to the kiddos watching this video, I recommend never, ever pre-ordering a game. Never do it. Games nowadays have a scary history of coming out incomplete, day 1 bugs, things don't work, the game isn't as fun as you thought it was, they might not let you refund. It's a scary business. Yeah, Pokey's getting defensive in my chat, because I gave him some crap for pre-ordering Pokemon Legends ZA. yeah. Sometimes it's a slam dunk, you know? I'll even do as I say, not as I do, you guys. I pre-ordered Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That has gone on to be one of my favorite games of all time. But that was an extremely reputable publisher. It's Nintendo, right? And, well, Nintendo... Breath of the Wild was a masterpiece. Okay, I'm talking about, like, that side of Nintendo. I know Nintendo's also gone ahead and produced Pokemon games that have been garbage. Although those were outsourced. So, like, Scarlet and Violet were not really Nintendo games. I think it was, like, a completely different studio did that. I don't know the details, and I don't really care. Someone can explain in the comments, but my point is, Tears of the Kingdom felt like a slam dunk, and I loved Breath of the Wild so much. I knew I was 100% buying Tears of the Kingdom on launch. So, for me, that pre-order made sense. But unless you're absolutely sure, I'd recommend never pre-ordering. You don't get the game any sooner, not usually. So, yeah, if there's a little bonus, if you can get a Fortnite skin, that makes sense. If you're buying Borderlands 4 and you actually intend to play the game and you really actually want that game, might as well pre-order it. Whatever, you're gonna find out eventually. One thing you can do before pre-ordering games is just wait. Wait for the YouTubers who have money to spare or free keys to demo. Wait for the Twitch streams to go live. Wait for the community to form their opinion. And then see if you want to play the game. Then see if there's something there for you. It's up to you guys, though. Be careful with your money. And, of course, if you're on the Epic Games launcher, use code Mista at your checkout. That's not really a joke. Code Mista in the item shop, Fortnite skins, awesome. But literally anywhere in the Epic Games Store, you can use somebody's support a creator and support them. So, yeah. You're going to demo the game for you? You're going to need to. I would like a new Pokemon experience. I loved Platinum as a kid. Brilliant Diamond was an excellent remaster of my childhood favorite, but I have not enjoyed a new Pokemon experience in a while, and that's a bummer. I'm not even a Pokemon hater. I want to have fun in a Pokemon game. I bought Violet! I wanted to like it! It was just such a letdown. I couldn't get into it. It just felt lazy. It's like they cash farmed that game, released it with a bunch of bugs, and then a lot of them survived into the game for a long time. I wasn't happy about it. All right, so I'm heading up here because I'd be remiss if I'm farming mechanical parts and I left a city zone before hitting all of the electric parts on top. I don't even know if those ducks actually give you mechanical parts. I assume they don't, but might as well punch them anyway because Fossil Southie makes that too easy. All right, pick up the batteries and the zap there. I remember when I pre-ordered a game for 20 bucks and ended up being horrible. So here's actually my own experience with that. You know, you spent 20 bucks. Mine wasn't as bad, but Call of Duty Ghosts. Oh my God. I went there with my dad, gave $5 to Best Buy. So that was like my pre-order bonus. I could just come and pick it up. And then the YouTube videos dropped on on Call of Duty Ghosts and or Ghosts. You had to like pay $5 to get the day one purchase or something, so they didn't sell out. I saw the YouTube videos go out and only bad reviews, and I said, yeah, no, the game didn't look good. It didn't look fun. They changed up all the images that I liked, and the sounds were just off, and the gameplay was supposedly bad from experienced players, and I literally never went back for that $5. I never, ever, even as a kid, I was like, you know what, $5, they can just, it might have been my dad's $5, it doesn't matter. I was like, nah. Nah. I saw the reviews for that game. I was like, yeah, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Could have just waited, but not Ghost. It was so bad. Yeah, I mean, it was exciting. I mean, that was fresh off like Modern Warfare 3, one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. I loved Modern Warfare 3. I got gold on, like the gold camo on every single weapon in Modern Warfare 3. Of course, in Modern Warfare 3, it was just kills and XP. Love that. Trap chest. Let's go. Of course, it was just XP. I mean, the more you use a weapon, the more you eventually get it gold. It's not difficult like it is nowadays, but it was grindy. You had to, like, actually use all the weapons, which some of them were kind of bad. And, yeah, 329. So I'm up a couple hundred parts so far. and I'm not even done with all the air conditioning units, and we are 40 minutes into farming. There's a little bit of loading in between missions there, so I'm not 100% sure what the time frame is. Not like I'm taking this deadly serious, but it's also real world, you know? Like, if you take off the 5 minutes I spent talking to you guys in the beginning, if you were a gamer not making a YouTube video and you were focused solely on farming, so far you'd be 40 minutes in with a third of the way to a stack, which is, again, in my opinion, pretty good. Again, you should never be doing what I'm doing in my other opinions. Like, this is a pretty direct way to be doing this. Farming passively over time is probably the easiest way to do this, but if you really want to go and get efficient parts now, this is the way to do it, I guess. And I should say 330 parts, tons. That is 165, is that 165 tire traps? Like, that's a lot. That is a lot. If you're using more than 20 to 30 in a 164 player, you're probably over trapping, honestly. So, if you can get half your 160s done, easily, with that amount, and then in those missions, be farming passively anyway, like, that's fine. That's fine. I think 40 minutes of farming for 5 games is a little off. I'm sure my math is wrong somewhere. Because if you're getting 330, that's divided by 2 would be 1,500. Yeah, it'd be 155, right? Traps. And then if you're using 30 in a game, that's 5 games. Yeah. That's not too bad. And there are other traps and tire traps. Maybe take a break from ceiling traps. It's just not too bad, you know? There's a reason I almost never need a farm. And some people would say that's why I'm a streamer and I get a bunch of free shit. Which is not wrong, necessarily. But I do turn down free stuff all the time. But people just build your missions for you, which is still not wrong, but I pick up that slack plenty. You know, it's just... if you and your friends rotate it, shouldn't be too bad. And if you don't have any friends, our Discord is awesome, link down below. And that should be a pretty much empty city zone. Again, if I wanted to pick through the scraps, I could keep on going, but looks like it's going to take me about 6 missions to finish this quest. So because real life happens faster than 45 minutes, I need to just pause, go make my daily, and maybe stretch my arms. But yeah, we are a third of the way. I'll see you guys in the next part. All right, part 2. We have gone, we've made a video, we've stretched barely, but the birthday llama quest has me destroying air conditioner units. So again, this video is going out way after birthday llamas are gone already, but on the day that I'm recording, this is just literally what I was doing already, and I'm back in a city zone. I feel like that's where it makes sense. To catch up the viewers on YouTube, we've pinged Archer 13 times to tell him he's lit, and which is so
It was lit.
Because he probably thought something horrible.
JXUKK canceled the last card play.
This is not the first time it's happened
was
either.
a legendary card.
There's no good reason usually to get pinged 13 times, unless just a bunch of friends saying hi. Then we realized he abandoned us to go watch a movie, which is a pretty good reason, actually. So, hope he's okay. I pulled Robin in, and then she left us. No, I tried. I tried. She's skittish, though. You gotta be careful with that one.
Okay. She what?
What?
What'd you say, Robin's?
I said she's skittish. Like a deer.
Oh, right.
Itchy?
Isn't it?
I just didn't hear what you said.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Itchy?
She said way too many people in there. You know, yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
shy.
So if we were to cleanse the channel, who would go? Okay, so bad.
I mean, I'm gonna be
Narrow it down, Robin.
Narrow
Rip.
it down. Let's see. I can name a few.
Sage can name a few.
Can we start?
All right, well, don't do that.
Can we start with Yeek?
No.
No.
Need to be nice to each other. Oh, I need to actually collect the air conditioning unit stuff. Okay. This is actually so perfect. Like, I'm already destroying a bunch of stuff. This is exactly what I need to be doing. Echo! It's always
Okay.
Kieran. It's always Kieran.
I don't know what's wrong with my mic.
Figure it out.
Mute, mate. I don't want to hear it.
Mate. Just me. I need to start figuring this accent out. I'll get there eventually. The hard part about learning a British accent is listening to British people, and that's
Tough to do, yeah.
Geez, you should just like come London for a day out in it and just like
should
I'll just
come
like tour
London.
you around and
Yeah.
all that.
They come to
You
me.
just, like,
That's
fucking hear me and other British Donnies just waffling, and you'll probably pick it up in no time. Like,
Yeah, like, did you know? All you do is spend one day in Britain and you automatically pick up the accent.
just be walking around with a.
Exactly.
Is it a stethoscope or like you're listening with your? No, the British people come to me. I vacation with them. That's my exposure. I got British Daniel, his girlfriend, and her sister. We're doing Florida this year. Again, for the 3rd time. That'll be fun.
man,
I need to work on their accent, though. I need to practice. You know, educate myself.
You do. Give it a try.
Oh, I forgot I had that. Food.
What do you got, Crab? What'd you forget about?
Mini
Food.
sausages.
Okay.
Shocker that you crap forgets
course.
about food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, it's just so satisfying blowing up all the things you need at once. I like being Outlander.
Mini sausages.
Playing Roblox.
Roblox and sausages.
Yeah,
What's
am.
not to love?
Grow a
Roblox
garden
for one.
type shit.
Is it
That whole new
worth?
thing that Scale is pressing.
Going in a building to
can
loot.
also find
I think so.
on Roblox.
Ride the Lightning this far in zone. Yeah, so I'm just doing Ride the Lightning because it worked out that way. Deliver the Bomb just worked out that way. Anywhere where you're not limited on time. So you don't want a zone like Rescue the Survivors and Encampments. They'll kick you out in 20 minutes. And you don't want Retrieve the Data because you got that ever-closing storm, which will do damage, block off your vision. As a content creator... What?
and Retrieve Data, after a while it does also spawn a 20-minute timer as well.
Yeah, so Retrieve the
reasons
Data
to
will
know.
end sooner, kill you sooner, and as a content creator, it makes it darker, which I don't like. I don't want to be doing anything in the storm. I prefer sunlight, personally.
Yeah, it looks ugly.
So there's like a million reasons not to do Retrieve the Data. If you're running a Retrieve the Data mission, and you want to just farm and then go do the defense, I mean, that's fine, that makes sense, but you do not need to save a game to get anything. You just need to be there, so. Which is why, you know, like, what, 40? I must be 50 minutes into this video by now. I don't recommend doing this in a public lobby, ever. If you're going to be backing out early, do that privately.
Don't be a jerk.
Yeah. Or friends who get it. That's fine, too. If they know you're farming and they've got the defense.
I'm skin on
What's
Mats.
going on?
Oops. Me and
What's
Jared just
happening?
doing a 160 and I
Well,
just
good
realised I've got
but you don't
under
have to add
2k
it,
of
so-
most mats.
This is what I get for recording in a video in a big call. I specifically asked Demon Gamer a question, and then Crab talks right over.
Well, this is what you get for being in a call with the
I
Brits.
know. I could have just stayed solo, but you know, I talked to myself for 45 minutes. I figured we'd try this one out and see if it would go well. And I expected this. That's how it goes.
It's probably a good thing you were silent for the first section because we were having some other conversations that Twitch mightn't like.
Make
But
me
well, let's
nervous.
just say they're not YouTube friendly.
Hey, yo, what?
You guys are scaring me.
It starts when
Yeah, it was
effing
pretty-
around with rent.
Min, mate.
Fuck up, Jack.
Do British people actually say mint?
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. I'm learning culture. I'm writing notes.
Show me the list. I'm curious.
They're mental notes.
See that shit now.
So
Okay.
I'll give you the
Shit
list
again.
of things I care about with British people. It's empty so far, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to find something to put down.
Okay.
I just
Gotta
so
be something.
I can't help myself. You know, the worst truth of all is that I don't have an opinion on British people. I know. It's just that there's so many British friends in the VIP lately that it's become like a Teams thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I prefer their criminal counterparts.
I swear it's just become kind of a recent thing that just a lot of Americans on the internet just go like, British person, ew.
I don't even
like,
know where it came
What? Why? I mean, I know why, but like,
from. Ceiling green, floor pink. I can try. Here, floor pink. That's easy. That app is nice and quick. In me region, even if it fills, I barely find people. Well, you should still farm privately. Still farm price. How is the stream going? Very good. And then I don't know what Dope's talking about. All right, you said green ceiling. Yeah, my
Archer was
lights
saying
don't.
earlier that he was hoping that the NA regions would be merged together into like one single region specifically for Save the World.
Oh
like,
my!
ping's less relevant.
Oh no.
My lights are dim again. So there's like a connector that's been separating slowly, and now they're really dim, and that's today years old. Ugh. So what happened when I was setting up my ceiling lights forever ago, 5 years ago now, holy crap. I did it where one of the early parts of the strip just came apart. I must have cut it, or it fell apart, or I don't remember what happened. It was pretty flimsy. And what I did was I just kind of taped it back together. That just kind of worked. And then it's come undone after 4 years now. I don't know when it started happening, but I just keep nudging it closer to itself, and I taped it to the wall at a very specific angle, and that kind of worked. But yeah, what I fear is that what I'm eventually gonna have to do is just buy a whole new LED strip and put that all around my room, which took 3 hours last time. 16 efficient parts from that recycle. Love it. That's an armor baron.
Bigly.
Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And then another 5. Nice. And then this one doesn't take any.
More than 2.
It is. And I'm at
Quick
430 total. Okay, so almost halfway. We're getting there. Do you have videos on your channel for efficient builds for missions instead of wasting materials and traps? Yep. I got a whole trap guides playlist. And it shows you different techniques for building traps, funneling enemies, trying to be as efficient as possible, sniffing loudly in British, and other things like that.
Sorry.
These are just the kind of things I put out there. I haven't made trap guides in a while, because I think I kind of covered it. Like, all the techniques I use on a regular basis are in those videos. So, you know, it doesn't make you an expert just to watch a video, but, yeah. Alright, we got 7 efficient parts from that. Coal, quartz, oxy, bright core huskbuster, which
It's the sausages, but I actually want more.
Oh, we got sausages.
I would say why I've been like sniffing of it, but it's kind of gross, so I'm not going to.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
Thank you for bringing that up along with the sausages.
You know, as
I ain't bringing out
informal
the black sausages, mate. I don't want to hear.
I just love meat in my mouth.
as informal as this second part of the video is, that was kind of my point earlier, is if you're going to be doing, like, I want a stack of an item type of farming, this is how you do it. You put on a TV show or a British show, and you just zone out. Get her done. Go through it.
Just look for some British people to entertain you for the farming journey.
Yes, just get some British people around.
We are
Oh,
very
gold is on
entertaining.
another monitor.
Mm-hmm. They'll say things in a funny way. It's great.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. It becomes very rhythmic, honestly. I mean, you're just smashing electrical stuff. Get the hang of it, and you get to it. Doesn't matter if it's not 160. Oh, yeah. My guides are in the 164 players, but it all scales. And I recommend trapping and paying attention as you learn. Place the traps that you think are sufficient for the defense, and then when the defense is wrapping up, maybe that last retrieve the data.
Yay, 3 months.
Yay, 3 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription and the continued support. What?
Yes, on my way.
Oh, they're talking to each other. Yeah, so I recommend checking out your traps towards the end of the defense and then just see which ones didn't fire. You would be shocked sometimes how many traps you'll place that did nothing the entire time. And I think if more people did that, then farming like this wouldn't have to happen. I don't do it. I'll admit, I overtrap like crazy. It's not good. And, you know, learning is what you do. You gotta just see, like, hey, I built a defense based on my intuition, and then you see which traps actually fired. Was I correct? And if the answer is no, then you have an opportunity to learn. And then if you just keep doing that in every mission you ever play, figure out which traps are less needed and more. And this one's scary, because you could lose, but paying attention to, like, maybe under-trapping sometimes, and just seeing if that holds up. Not fun to do in a public lobby. People will make fun of you, and you might deserve it, but That's part of learning, is finding the bounds. You need to know how few traps can I use to succeed, and losing is how you know that didn't work. One thing you can consider are Category 4 missions, or any Atlas mission for that matter, because you could retry those. So you could actually fail that and not have to restart a whole defense.
I often forget you can do that, but
Me too.
yeah.
I think I have literally backed out of Atlases before, and then it's afterward people are like, dude.
We could have put 7 wood on this and fixed it. Why'd you go?
What is that price tag, by the way? 7 wood. Why do they... That's just what an Atlas
Oh,
costs.
it's something like that.
It is, but like, how
you
do they
only
come
need
up
to
with
do it
that?
on one of them.
I don't get it. I'm so glad I put
It's
fleet in
really-
support. So yeah, honestly, I mean, that kind of critical thinking is a little lacking in the Discharger era of Save the World, but now that that weapon is fixed and people might have to think a little more critically about their missions, maybe it'll come up. Because that's genuinely one of the things I enjoyed the most about this game. Just the trapping a defense with gunplay, I mean, is just barely... I think is it Team Defenders or something like that? That's like the only game... Oh, I can't think of the name. Is it Team Defenders 2 or Fortress or...
Team Fortress.
Team...
Fortress
No, not that. No. It's a completely different game. Do I have it on my computer? Here.
Okay. Look.
Let's just do all my Steam games. Oh yeah, Inkborn is a new game I'm into. I got an offer to get it for free, and I'm totally on that. Dungeon Defenders 2, that's what it is. Yeah, so Dungeon Defenders 2.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It is vaguely not at all similar to Save the World, but I mean like the genre of build a defense and then kill the enemies before they break your defense is kind of there. But that's it. Save the World is otherwise just a unique experience, and I really like the puzzle aspect of enemies are coming, make them not get to your defense, and then kill them before you lose. Like, I love that. But it's lost on a lot of people, you know? I see a Save the World community that spams too many traps, complains that farming is boring, and then dupes their way to ruining the game. And that's not everybody. I'm probably putting a lot of groups together, but it happens. All of these things happen, and sometimes at the same time. So, slowing down, taking a mission seriously, thinking about the defense and where your traps should go as smart as possible, trying to be economic is great. And then someone's going to come behind you with 140 steel and electric fields that they duped, and then you're going to feel like it's a waste of time. But if that doesn't happen, you might have a good time. So, I always recommend playing with friends, honestly. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. I know.
It's crazy.
Go to Discord. Find someone to talk to. You know, and make some
I
friends.
lost my big bamboo.
Oh no.
Big tragedy.
The one
No,
that-
I feel that too.
I
One of
know,
the,
I was going to use that later.
What, Pokey?
I remember. So I remember this. I saw a video. I'm not going to say who it was from, but they did like the trophy thing, trying to get all the achievements on Fortnite. And one of the wildest things to me is, for one, right at the start, people were just dropping him guns, so he didn't really even get to, really experience
So
the game.
terrible.
The game was just handed to him. But then when he was at the end, done with like all the storm shield defenses, he was doing endurances to help like on the Mist Monster quest. When he had most of all of the hard quests done, one of the last quests he did was evolve a trap. because everything else was handed to him. He
Jesus
didn't craft
Christ.
anything. He didn't craft a single thing. All
Now-
his traps he had
So
full endurance
bad.
done.
As
Full endurance done. He never did a thing.
as real as that is, I don't even blame the players every time, because Epic has allowed the dropping of overpowered weapons to low-level players forever. Why am I even collecting these air conditioner parts? I know I'm not gonna finish this. Maybe I should. Maybe I should actually trigger the defense.
Do it.
I wasn't gonna, but I would like my birthday llama, by the way. And this mission is not going
The end
quickly.
card will show you a funny statistic for your utility stat, which is normally something that's not very high, so could be
Oh,
funny
that'll
to
be
see.
fun. Okay. Wow, I'm actually going to do a defense. That's not really part of the usual farming, but we're way past, like, usual anything. This is just going to be a 2-hour Save the World grinding video, and I think we're all on board for it. If you haven't clicked off by now, you're in it. I mean, you're committed now. You have to timestamp this when you're finished eating. This is, like, multiple dinners, this video. I got you. Someone's going to fall asleep with this video, like, 5 times. Have not seen a single metal encampment. Unbelievable. So, I'm sorry. Okay, I am 100%. I thought that I had ended on 27 on the birthday quest. I'm just doing one final loop here. Make sure there's nothing interesting out here. Even if duping is patched permanently... Oh, it's true. Yeah, no, people have... Even outside of illegitimate sources, there are so many people who are doing what I've done. There are so many people that have just farmed for the hell of it for years that... If you don't ever want to actually farm in this game, you'll find someone. But also, being that beggar is never fun. I don't think we banned for that in our Discord, but it's pretty frowned upon to just beg for free stuff.
Fuck up.
3 efficient parts, which is not too bad. But I also got all the blue glow that I needed for that quest. You know, I thought I might get the pylon for extra energy, but that has just not been necessary at all. Fossil Southie just takes care of it. I've had plenty. Plenty. At Dungeon Defenders. I played that with Jaffe like once. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. Let's do it again. And then that never happened. It's free, I think, too. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have played it. That Inkborn game. Dungeon Defenders? I think so. Here. You guys want to talk about trapping? Oh, shit. This is what I mean. Do a loop with a map, and you might just find a legendary wall dynamo that, See, sometimes crows just get killed by enemies or wild animals, and... Might as well check this last corner. Just to be thorough. But yeah, I played it, and... Yeah, that Inkborn game... There was like a sponsor or someone. They emailed me like, hey, you want to try out our service for a free copy of a game? And the game Inkborn looks like a Slay the Spire roguelike deck builder style game, but it's a new twist on it that seems really interesting. And it's super early days. As I'm recording this, the game is like a day old, but I got a free copy, so I got
Again, early access or release?
early release. You can buy it now for
God.
$18, which is way too much. I have 2 theories. So, one, if you're going to compete with Slay the Spire straight up, you need to be cheaper, or the same price. Slay the Spire Masquerades is a $25 game. It's an $8 game. It goes on sale all the time. But Inkborn's at 18, which is a lot. That's too much. But what they might be doing is limiting the flow. Like, they might know that this is super early, the characters aren't done yet, they're still rebalancing things. They don't want a flood of people right now, they just want people to try it out, which I respect. So, that might be what that is.
This is mad.
Oh yeah, I was told I'm supposed to wall jump. And then it actually worked this time, but then I fell down. Yeah, I just like my cones. People keep telling me, oh, don't do that, but why? Alright, let's see. How do you defend something solo? This is not a 4-player mission, right? Oh, wait, is it? Oh, it is.
Does it have workshop? Anyone?
Can join if you want to.
I have no idea.
Not doing anything.
Am I gonna solo a 132 4-player? I might fail this. Oh, man. That'd be embarrassing. You crash? Sure. I'll take it. I don't care. I was never intending on soloing this with a farming build.
Yeah, this was just a spontaneous idea.
This has become like a podcast, and I'm actually just leaning into that. That might be what they're doing,
Get
though.
it.
Pricing the game a little high just to reduce the amount of people trying it out. But if you like Slay the Spire, so far, the game feels really cool. Really cool. Alright. Let's see what I've been telling people to do. You got spawns on the north, east, and south. That can and probably will shift. I just got a Snapchat or something? Oh, I hate that.
Oh.
Oh, not a Snapchat, no. A dating
Why
app
are you
sending me
dra-
a notification that isn't a match makes me want to uninstall the app and never use it again.
Yeah, they keep like trying to encourage you to mindlessly swipe.
It was Boo. They're like, keep up the great work. I'm like, you need to never talk to me again.
Yeah.
It's literally just a Ray voice line.
Keep up the great
Yeah,
work. You mean the
it's
0
great.
matches I've gotten on your app while I've gotten several on the others? Yeah, great work. You're fishing for an uninstall.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I think mine can just tell that I moved off the app and talking to someone else on Snap. So like they're just trying to desperately reel me back in.
Real life has gotten me way further than apps so far, so... Actually, I made a friend in real life, and we just matched on a different app. As a joke, I mean, we recognized each other, but it was, you know, one of those hi moments. So, yeah. Find your communities, people. Find your way to get out, because
Where? There he is.
real life people are around. They exist outside of screens. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe the conversations you can have in person. So like the texting in person, instant. As soon as you speak, they hear it right away. There's no delay at all. Costs nothing. Wow. Real life might be the most expensive dating app, but it works, and
Next level latency.
just less latency. Yeah. Real
Yeah,
life
they're dropping a
dating.
new patch for that one.
Yeah, you're gonna be paying for gas, food. Yeah, it's not free, but real life experiences, you know, win-win. So to explain to the viewers what I'm doing, this farming video has turned into a trapping guide. Basically, I'm funneling. I want all the enemies to come through these in-between ones, and we're also in a healing death burst. I prefer to put gas traps in these cases. And this is where things get a little tricky, because smashers might come from this angle, see the defense right there, cut off this broadside. That can get awkward. I'm also not AFK, so I'm prepared to intervene as needed. Geek Crab here has set up the infrastructure to put down tire traps. Directionality is important here. And while this might look like a lot, note that we are a 2-person squad in a 4-player lobby. So, this is just kind of what these missions take, and then Jack's trying to fill that out. I'll take it, you know? The British invasion, here they come. And then we'll just get some wall darts in play here.
I would join, but my game's loaded into it, the noob account.
And then we'll get another Brit. Yeah, you guys are all gonna be on some great ping. Enjoy.
Yo.
Can we have a British and Beast podcast musician? I think you've been watching it.
That's what the Frostnite runs are for.
I think this has been it.
We did do Brit Frostnite runs. It's-
We did a
that's
British
like 3
Frostnite run,
hours
that's
of
true.
podcast.
It's probably the best British
I
entertainment
don't
you'll
hold
get.
them.
I don't even know if they loaded in. I hope that doesn't kick you. Whoops. I started the mission. I
Why
hope
would-
Jack squeezes in.
Why would it kick them?
So now with minimal input from
So
me,
stinky.
wall darts and like literally one gas trap is filtering this out pretty effectively.
Slow
You know.
field. Use it, people, not just for the mini boss. Put it down at the
Or
start of wave
180. Huh. So now one thing you could do is just like literally one tire trap. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I mean, if you are interested in learning what the minimum is for trapping, like look at this. This is one gas, one floor freeze. As long as it's not a mist monster, you put a wall dart there to pick off the nurses. Surprisingly good job.
Ease.
In the modern age with smashers, I recommend an elementally appropriate pot shot. So this is where a failure of funneling has kind of happened, but this can be addressed well. You can do gas, gas, gas. Put the walls where the smasher won't destroy it. And then you can just do it like that. And then I like putting wall darts just because they work, they filter out the nurses. And if they get destroyed, then they won't be useless like
Have you got
broadside.
bull rush?
And I'm once again reiterating for the audience
The
that
llama down there.
this just works. Like, so long as it's not a mist monster and you got wall darts picking
Cheers,
them off,
mate.
it'll do a good job. And you can also see stuff like this, where you can see these wall darts have fired 3 times. This one's 0. I mean, Geek Crab's rich and decided to spam, but like, this is not functioning. These are not useful. So this is just dead weight. So when you see some of the defenses that show up in my videos where my rich friends and I just spam stuff, just know that that's not really how to do it necessarily.
Your rich friends is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, that's what's going on. And this is again, you're seeing it here. This is why I like gas when it's healing death burst, because it just kind of handles it. Now, remember to just not be AFK. If you see a hole get ripped in your defense, then replace it. just put it back. Why gas versus electric? So sealing electric field would be fine here, no doubt. I put gas, as mentioned, because of the healing death burst. They're going to heal, and they're going to get all their health back after you kill one. Electric field just zaps, and then heals everything around it as they all die. Because they don't actually all die. Then here we go, that's exactly what I said. One smasher gets through, but Potshot does exceptionally well. So does Ground Pounder, but, you know, lots of options here. In fact, let me demonstrate. I want to show people alternate methods, so let's do a not supercharged Ground Pounder. You'll just see. Without a shotgun loadout, he's standing in a smoke screen, or was, so I want to kill the nurse, make sure he's not healing. Make sure she's out of here. Yeah, and then... Yeah. I'm a little slow. I know. I know there's no time left in this mission, but you can see, like, the defense didn't even get near easy. And the spawns are going to shift, but you can see they're just heavier concentration on the east and south sides, which is nothing that we don't have already covered. So we can just get right back into it.
You can
And,
hate you.
this is, again, why broadsides are something I've been phasing out of my personal trapping techniques, because they just don't do that great of a job. And now I'm going to do, like, a slight reinforcement. I'm going to accommodate to the south and the east with not one, but two. That's not where I wanted that. I was... Okay. He put a gas trap when I was trying to put a tire trap. We already had a tire trap above, so that's just a failure of recognizing that, yeah, you could have kind of placed the thing spamming-wise, but that's fine, honestly. If he places that, then that tire trap up there can hit a taker, maybe. I don't know, if a propane blows it up or something. This is where wall darts are fun to intersplice, and you can actually do this. Like, they'll walk around that wall dart right there. Also, got an efficient part, you know, loot a little bit when you're in the defense. It's worth it. But you can see, this is 3 gas traps, me falling down, and 2 floor freeze, and a couple of wall darts. That's
Actually, I will say that is something that is nice about Ride the Lightning is, like, the whole break in the middle is just a good time to just do a quick loot sweep and then reinforce traps and then get back to it. And then defend again, do another loot lap.
So there you go, ground pounder.
Oh, we got a mini boss.
All right, what kind of mini boss? Fire
Fire
again?
smasher.
All right, basically business as usual. I want to demonstrate this because the pot shot is a great recommendation, but if you don't have it, you can see, like, that's a rat-a-tat. You can just use something.
Yeah.
That's a pot shot, rat-a-tat. Now, he is in a smoke screen right now, which is why he's taking greatly reduced damage. As we're killing normal enemies, yeah, there we go. Now he's outside of it. Easy takedown. We're all over-leveled players for this, so this isn't like a true 132 guide, but I really wanted to show this. I mean, look at that. If you wanted to be a little more effective, I don't want to block them too much, but a wall dynamo would go a long way here. But something that's worth noting, and now I don't support proper jailing and stalling, for example, but it is worth noting that a directional floor freeze as placed here is sufficient to just completely lock down all of these enemies you can see here. They are going nowhere, which is...
That is so weird.
It is functionally as good as dead. What's weird?
So, okay, I discovered this earlier, and I thought it was a bug, but I did it intentionally, and
He's
it
in a
actually
smoke
worked
screen.
again.
You can see he's doing nothing, and then shoot him again. Oh, now he's frozen,
hang on,
but... Now he's not only out of the smoke screen, but he ate a wafer, and he's taking extra damage because he's frozen. I mean, yeah, just use the
No,
environment, guys.
Yeah, what I was saying was, so my right attack has a max ice perk that goes from 35 to 61, but I've also got Chaos Agents, so I can just phase shift and reload
Did
easily.
you forget about Chaos Agent?
No.
Oh, there's
so,
more.
if I just use the phase shift or seismic smash, it reloads it fine all the way up to 61. But if I'm in the menu where I'm like about to put down my teddy, but then I phase shift while in that menu, it reloads only 35 bullets. The base mag.
What? So your Meg perk just stops
I
being
did
there.
that accidentally, then tried to do it intentionally, did it, and it happened again.
I think
Well, I
it's
was
because
like,
of how, like,
what?
I think weapon perks are for some reason tied to, like, you have
Yeah,
the
I just did
weapon
it again.
equipped. But like
That is
when you're
weird.
holding out Teddy, you're technically you still have the weapon equipped in your inventory, but you don't actually have it in your hands. You've got a Teddy gadget in your hands, so the perks aren't the like weapon perks aren't applying. So it's basing it off of the base ammo.
Yeah, because Teddy
Interesting.
doesn't reload weapons with Chaos Agent for some reason.
Well, we're at the end of the mission here, and that kind of shows what I'm talking about. Like, you guys see me spamming traps in the 160 videos all the time, but even all, hey, thank you for the raid. Even all, just I'll critique myself. I put a ring of tire traps here, and some of these fired like 8 times. I probably didn't even need to place any of these. If you guys want to be really critical about saving resources, these few little tunnels I put, just floor freezing gas, was sufficient for like 95% of the normal enemies. The only thing that got through were smashers. So if you build that exact same defense we just did, but then tar pits at the end instead of, you know, tire pits and tar pits, just the tar to stop these smashers. It's been a long day. Then kill the smashers, you're good. Like, that's kind of all that it takes. So anyway, if you're one of those people who really needs to farm stuff, just place a little more effectively. And every tire trap you don't place is 2 efficient parts and everything else that it costs that you're now saving. So
7 planks, 2 twine.
it's like reverse farming just by being a little more efficient. Okay, I'm actually going to pause this time while we get into a new game because I don't have 999 efficient yet. All right, we're back in game. I got my birthday llama, and I actually didn't even check in. Where are we at? 537. Okay, we're halfway. What's the easiest way to do this? Okay, Ravager's kind of insane, I hear. Let's find out if that's true without any loadout at all. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mythic weapon doing its job.
It is, yeah. My health is going down, but we're surviving. We are survivors out here. Wait, how many more enemies?
That's why
are
you
there?
got that heal gadget.
I don't want to have to use it.
Well, look at it this way. How long are you going to be in this mission farming?
Are we trying to like discuss the budgeting of my adrenaline rush?
Maybe.
It's like a parent sitting me down. Like, how long do you think you're gonna be able to use that? Hey, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. You're in a YouTube video now. Congratulations. We're farming for efficient parts for a while. This is never how you want to do it. I've made this point too many times in the video, but a focused farming session. I've always enjoyed those in video games, to be completely honest. I'm the type of person to really zone out. I'll just grind. It's so satisfying. Oh, I'm instinctually smacking these. Can I be in a YouTube video? Hop in the call, musician. Come make your debut. Closets destroyed. How many times am I going to complete this quest? Oh no, I think I was already close to 23, and then it just... the bar went all the way up for some reason. You're at work. Yeah, join the call during work. They'll understand.
Hey, that's the thing it's been doing recently.
Yeah, it shoots
Like,
all the
if
way
you
across
get-
like it's brand new.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't state that you've done, like, a portion of it already. It's funny.
I don't know why I'm running from this mist monster like I'm not holding a ground pounder.
And there he goes.
Okay, I don't know where my swing went. Oh, this game. Is that metal? No. Alright, hop on up. What? Why? What was that? You know, sometimes the bugginess of Save the World just can't be helped. Oh, I see you. Oh, that's so annoying. Missing the crow just that little bit. Is that a daily truck? No. I still can't remember if they spawn in cities or not.
Before
It's
spawns?
mainly deserts. Any of the desert zones.
Said maybe after. I wonder how long he thinks I'm going to be farming. I wonder how long I think I'm going to be farming. Because if I'm well, I don't know what halfway is. We stopped and did an entire defense, so that added like 20 minutes. 10? 15? How long did we trap that? I don't know. Some people talk about it taking too long to trap. In my opinion, I like it. It's nice. I feel like I'm doing a puzzle.
When you want to zone out, it drags trapping missions, but when you're in the mood for it, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
He said, you deadass want me to join a call right now. I'm like half joking. If you're at work, don't jeopardize your career. But this video has been evolving as it's gone. I thought, oh, it'll be cool. I don't have a ton of energy today. Let's do a farming video. And then the scope of this project has unfolded before my worried eyes. I don't know what work means, though. I'm at work. Could be waiting for a customer and you have nothing to do right now. Could be stocking shelves and it'd be borderline inappropriate for me to join right now. Like, I don't know what work is. Work could be like I'm on guard duty, but you know, looks fine. Man, the Ravager is strong. There's no melee loadout here at all. This is just the weapon. And that wave of energy is kind of mistyped. So it charges the damage fully with the first hit. The only thing you're getting after the 5 hits it has listed is just a wider wave. People don't really know that.
The next charge next to it.
And if you read it, it says, hitting an enemy empowers the wave to shoot a piercing wave, dealing energy damage, stacks up to 7 times. Increasing the width of the wave. Did they adjust this? All stacks are removed after switching weapons. Was it always the width, or have I been misreading it for years?
I don't remember that being changed.
I wonder if anybody would notice it. I'm gonna go look it up. All right, I've got my 2019 Ravager Best Perks video. Increasing the width of the wave. Wow. Wow.
He Miss McRed.
For years. And I keep saying stacks up to 5. It clearly says 7. Damn. I'm calling myself out for reading it wrong once years ago and then just getting confused. Increasing the width of the wave. So the idea is if you swing and hit something once, you have a full 245% extra damage ready to go right there. So hitting an enemy like this. Once, swing, missing. Once, swing, missing. Jesus. Yeah, so maybe the width is actually somewhat useful. But the idea is you get a full stack like after that first hit. And I don't know what that percent is. I thought it was of damage dealt. And I think that's what confused me. I thought when we were stacking it up 7 times, you were doing more and more damage with that wave. But really that damage is just a normal hit times 3.45. You ordered 1 Burger King meal and they gave you 2? Oh, I miss fast food. There is an
The only
honest...
thing I can think of,
You can think
like,
of what?
well, you're saying it charges to 5 times is because the Scourge is like, you hit an enemy 5 times with it, then it does this explosion. Or, more ideally, just change targets.
It's been a long time. I developed what I thought
Both the
was a
melees for 7 hits.
thorough understanding, and I maybe haven't been back since. Man, I miss
Who knows?
eating fast food. It was so fun and yummy to come home with a bag of food. It's just that every other part of the experience was awful and made me feel terrible and depressed me and hurt my wallet and made me sleep poorly and made it harder to do exercise, and every bodily function was poorly affected by the fact that I was eating garbage on a daily basis. But other than that, fast food was great. I loved just thinking, you know what? I want a burger and chicken fries, and then I go to Burger King and come home happy. And then I'd eat Burger King and I'd go to bed feeling miserable. It's just how that goes.
Now, there's only like a couple of cases where I'll decide to order fast food. Mostly it's whenever I see that it's a torrential downpour outside and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make some poor 17-year-old get out in that just to deliver me warm food.
They're in your horrible.
Wait, where are they coming out to you? No?
Wait, what?
Where are they coming out to you? Oh, are you talking about DoorDash?
You're like, oh, Uber or whatever, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I always drive to pick it up because I have a car. So I just...
I don't.
Yeah, I'm out here flexing on the... Yeah, it depends. Financial standing and where you live are 2 factors that are... Like, there are a lot of cities that just, like, a car doesn't really make that much sense.
Yeah, my first year that I like was able to be driving was just... It plagued my mouth with a bad experience because the 6th form I went to was in a really rural place. And, like, you had to go across thin, country roads and, like... At, like, 8 AM, there'd be 2 double-decker buses trying to squeeze past each other. And at least once a month there were broken wing mirrors, and I was like, I don't need that for my first year of driving. I just don't.
Is that where you'd be parking or
So
driving? Or living?
Just driving up there, I have to deal with that every morning. I just thought, nah, not having that.
Wow. So the area was scary enough to just make you not even want to put a vehicle there.
But yeah, because
I mean,
like,
it makes sense. If you're not ready to take care of a vehicle and raise it properly, then just waiting is probably smart.
and again, I was just in education. I didn't have any money, so like,
That's true.
I wasn't gonna be able to fucking fund the thing.
What's the car version of contraception? Cartraception is really important. If you're not ready to have a car yet, then you should just wait. What's the car version of abstinence,
Yeah.
chat? Quick, go. Absticar? Abstinence... Fuck. You get the idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. Every time I have to drive to the city, I'm always nervous. Every single time I come back to my car, I'm checking my windows. Like, they're all there? Okay. Okay, we'll see if that's how that's gonna keep going. Ugh.
Yeah.
Street parking in the city drives me nuts. I'm so spoiled by parking lots. It was weird seeing my friend. I had to get to her apartment, I had to park right next to someone's driveway, basically outside their front lawn. Like, and it just felt weird to be there. But in a city like that, you can have an entire apartment complex without a parking lot inside. Where are we supposed to park? I think there's a garage for the tenants, but heavily regulated. Expensive. My ex had, like, I considered paying for parking at her apartment just because I went there often enough. And it was $200 a month to park a car there on top of your rent. So I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
There's a parking garage 2 blocks away. I was more than happy to walk a couple minutes each way. That's not a big deal. And the parking was beautiful. It was a... You know what? Here, what do you guys think parking should cost in... Okay, everybody knows I live in Minnesota. In Minneapolis, where should parking cost? What do you guys think that should cost? Just throw a number out. Move the conversation forward.
3 quid.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand British talk.
Yeah, you're gonna see like the quid symbol and be like,
$8
what?
an hour.
What? Anyway, it was $1 an hour, and I thought, wow, that's what that should
$1
be.
an hour.
Yeah, $1 an hour. I'll take it. Has anyone lost farming resources mission on Ventures, even though it seemed like a win? What? How do you fail a resupply? Did you not grab all the boxes? You gotta grab all the boxes. There's 10 of them. I think that's another zone with a golden frog hiding over here. Let's see what you dropped me. Monsoon, okay. Is that gonna give me any efficient parts?
That should give
Nope.
efficient.
It was bright core. Mad about it. Oxy, dude, I feel like I'm getting more oxy from these recycling than efficient. I'm not happy about it, but I am at 642. So while I can't quite call this mission halfway, this did seem like a small city. This is so casual, dude. This is gonna be the fourth mission I'm loading into now. I don't even know. Should we try an industrial zone again? I'm pretty stoked on the cities right now.
Why not try a Thunder Route 99?
Oh, that sounds
Just
like
find the asphalt road and just
wonderful
go from
change of
one end
pace.
to the other.
We'll do a Thunder Route 99. Let's try it out. I got everything from left side of the
dry
screen. I
desert
didn't have a
zone.
bronze medal, and it still failed. That's very strange. Should not be failing a resupply. All right. I want to pause while this loads in. All right. Thunder Route 99. That's a lot of rocks so far. I wonder if this will be a more focused session where there's really no point looping the map like the cities and the other zone, the industrial. And maybe this one will be more
not really.
just run into town, break what you can, and leave?
Just look on the map and go from one side of the road to the other.
Yeah, you want me to just follow the road. I mean, there are cars,
Yeah.
like it's not nothing.
Yeah.
There we go, grocery
I normally
store.
get like, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 metal out of one Thunder Route 99. That
That's
does me for a while.
different. Metal's different to mechanical parts.
Yeah, but
You're scaring me.
largely you get the same stuff from it, right?
No. Metal
Or you
does-
punch a metal car, you get slightly efficient, mate.
But there's not that many cars compared to the city. A couple of vending machines. Ah! Gotta run. Yeah, something I have not been doing as much in this farming session is picking up... oh, I can't think of it. The Teddy module things. The...
Charge fragments.
Yes, fragments. Those can be nice, because throwing down a Teddy and running away is like the #1 defense. That's why I say Southie's better. You have all this extra energy. Oh no, I'm being swarmed. And they're dead. Or at least distracted. 3K to 1 million Disney. What are you guys talking about? XP? Oh, they're talking about player count. They said 3,000 people are on NBR right now. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That has to be like...
Back check it.
That has to be like a different mode or something. Does Battle Royale ever dip below a 250,000? Concurrent? Does anybody know? Do people keep track of these things? This is really just a British podcast. I know! Our one Irish representative left. Went to bed or something.
Spooky just left.
As they do. Who just left?
Spooky.
Oh, Pokey.
BR at the moment has 113,000 players.
That's what I thought. 3,000 seemed a little low.
For BR? Yeah, that's criminally low.
He said, bruh, it's me saying it. I know! Does it make it less true?
Rocket Racing, because that's got 3.2k right now.
I wonder why they started showing that player count. I mean, was there a stated reason? Alright, I saw that car behind me.
know.
But I want to stay on the road. Thunder Route 99 is kind of letting me... I'm not gonna lie, this is not... This ain't it. Maybe if I can find that daily quest truck?
Royale at the moment.
There it
It's
is.
the most popular with 150k.
Oh, that was one efficient part, because I broke the thing before the other stuff inside of it. That's not how I wanted that to go. I think breaking that by hand might have been better.
Loaded truck.
That could have been so many more efficient parts. I think it screwed up.
Yeah. Don't AMC that thing straight away.
Well, we tried. Let's see, I had 642 last I checked. Now we're at 680. Oh no. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the city, honestly. I don't want to just have like one bad industrial zone and swear it off forever, but... And I know that there's that one nuts and bolts electrical grid thing that spawns in the suburbs, but that's just like one area. That might give you 7 parts, and then now you're just punching cars in a suburban zone, which isn't the worst way to spend your time, but... Yeah, I think let's go back to a city. Oh man, I'm back in a city. I actually did a repair or build a radar grid for once, just because I think I'm through the whole zone in 20 minutes anyway. I spawned right in front of a bunch of cars. It's like I got right to work.
Oh, you're done with like most of the juice like within 20 minutes.
Pretty
Before you
much.
like start running around for the scraps.
Yeah, I think if it kicks me out in 20, I'm pretty much got the work done. Oh, and yeah, of course, we have more storm chests in these zones. How do you even start this?
Oh yeah.
Don't break that car. And you broke the car. Not gonna lie, storm chests, encampments, they're different, and I forgot that. You have to actually start these ones. Here we go. Just watched 999 Mineral Powder video. Wow! You came into the stream for the mechanical parts video. Well, welcome! Welcome. It's going slowly. I am strongly considering pausing part 2 of this video after this mission. Because, you know, birthday llamas. I want to go and record my llama opening video, at least get that done. And I want to get the llamas on my noob account as well. So, I cannot just farm mechanical parts for the rest of my night. I have other things to do. It's getting late even. I sleep. I do that. Normally, at least with the Oxy video, my whole point with that was like, look, farming is so doable. You should just go punch a rock if you're broke. Mechanical parts have always been a little more scarce than that. It's a little bit different of an argument. You gotta have to work for them. Farming as you go. But I'm still curious, you know?
Yeah.
How long does it take? And I feel like people are gonna cite the length of this video as how long it takes, but with a long intro and that defense we did randomly, you're gonna have to remove like 25 minutes from the end time.
You can give me some metal.
What about metal?
Nah, I'm asking him to give me some.
Okay.
Alright.
I do often find that like the amount of twine and planks I have is roughly the same. Same goes with Oxy and Ruffle, but efficiency and nuts and bolts is quite like a difference. Like, I'm loaded on nuts and bolts, but often don't have a lot of efficient to back it up.
Yeah, same. Efficient just kind of runs out. If you're trying to do the cake exploders, I recommend a defense or endurance. Anytime you're
I did
defending
my
an objective.
endurance for like 20 minutes.
Yep, endurance up to wave 5 should be plenty. Probably any endurance. Canny or twine, ideally. What episode
mine
of
in-
Scrubs?
I did mine in Plankton and had it done by like wave 7.
Wave 7, Plankerton. Yeah, I'm like most of the way through season 3 of Scrubs. That's how that's going. It's a good show. Just had some really late nights lately. And I'm a Kickstarter backer for the Cradle books getting animated. And they finally sent out some of the backer rewards. They're going out. And one of the things they sent was the script for the animated version. So I've been reading that to get to bed. I know, reading literature with my hands and no screen shining light in my face. It's actually really good if you're trying to get some quality sleep to not look at, you know, a TV. Not look at a phone. Turns
I love
out
that blue light.
yeah, well, any light. Turns out having a source of light in your eyes is not something that tells the brain to go to sleep. It's crazy, but it's true. That doesn't necessarily mean people are always want to read a book to go to bed, but if you struggle with your sleep. I haven't recycled in a while. Got 19 efficient parts in here, okay. Now, I said this is potentially my last game, but I don't know. If I finish this zone at like 840, I might do the home stretch, you know? It would be nice to go to bed today reading my little script while knowing this is done. If I go to bed and this is like an unfinished video that was supposed to be quick, it's gonna drive me crazy. I am currently at 755 though. I don't know.
I bumped up a bit.
Yeah, well, I spawned in this city with a bunch of cars around me. Okay.
And the... Well, yeah, I do forget as well with cities, you get the little parking meter things as well, don't you?
Exactly.
I always forget about them, but yeah, they add a lot.
Whoa, I want that red toolbox so bad, but this is not gonna happen. This is ridiculous. What the fuck?
A weapon other than Xenon by question mark?
Right? Xenon's probably perfect for that one, but... There we go. Didn't even get an efficient part! I'm working for it. Ooh, there we go. Well... Actually, don't know. Okay, I Harry Potter myself. That'll happen. Gotta take out the ranged ones so that you can live in harmony. There we go. And then not take them out enough. The ground powder is just stronger. Alright. What did I get for all my effort here? Duct tape. And coal. Alright, and the auto pickup
Oh boy.
kind of nerfed recently. I don't know what they did, but you pick up stuff slower, and I don't know why.
Oh, you've also... Okay.
You used to be able to
Wonder
just
if that's
sprint
just
over
me
it with no
feeling
delay.
that.
Why'd that get slower? Snuggle Specialist Sarah is a decent hero. Definitely good for Dragon Slash. But yeah,
Definitely a support-only hero, but good.
Yeah, I definitely support. But yeah, with the reading, I found that, like, lately I've had this frustrating cycle of wanting to watch a show to get to sleep, but I don't want to... What'll happen is, like, I'll spend an entire day not even thinking about Scrubs, and then suddenly it's time to go to bed, and I'm meant to put on this comedy with jokes, and music, and cuts, and lights, and sounds, and it's just a lot of stimulus for what I'm supposed to be, like, trying to get to sleep. And I'm really not, like, a paper book reader. I prefer audiobooks when I consume that sort of thing, but I don't know. The script for a thing I supported is a good way to read something that I'm kind of excited about. Because while the animation isn't out to the Kickstarter supporters yet, the fact that they've got the script done, and I believe recorded, and mostly animated. Well, mostly. They're doing an animatic. They did not quite fund the full colored version, but still pretty cool. And I'm excited about it. So that kind of got me into reading something physical. And it's really good for you. To do something so analog before bed is much easier for your brain to wind down and get some quality sleep, which I have not been getting a ton of recently. Do you just sit in bed rifling through the pages like a film producer? Literally. I'm just reading this like, yes. What does EXT mean? Why does it keep saying that? I'm starting to realize it means exterior. They're like establishing the shot of the location where the characters are doing things. Exterior, interior. That was not obvious to me initially. Took me a minute. And it's also a little tricky to read how blunt it is, you know? When you're condensing 2 books into like an 80-something minute animated short version, it's you gotta trim all the fat. Every single sentence needs to move the plot forward, it feels like. Every single interaction between characters, something needs to happen. Unless it's like a joke. This, by the way, is something I've been wanting to see way more of. You will get all the efficient parts I'm trying to farm here way quicker if you can find a bunch of mechanical parts lined up like that. And you'll see those more in cities than industrial. That one was a bunch of washing machines, but arcades are great as well.
Laundromat. Yeah, those are really good. Also for batteries, actually.
Yeah, great for batteries, but arcades as well. That's what you want. And it's kind of tricky, you know, these books that I love, I've been listening to the Cradle books over and over, are, you know, I get that they have to be condensed. And it was done so by the author. Like, this isn't a third party, and he's on board with all of it. So I'm like, I'm going with it, but boy, it's rough. I mean, they go quick. There are certain statements that are just right to it. And, that kind of needs to happen. He'd explain stuff bluntly that the book was able to flesh out a little slower. But if it had the author's sign off, I'm a lot more comfortable with that. This isn't like one of those Netflix adaptations where people who weren't the author just kind of strip it bare and turn it into something completely different. I can respect the fact that the author had a hand in this and signed off on all the changes, because you gotta speed things up, you know? You're not gonna get... Because, like, the audiobooks, you've got... The first and second book, you've got something like 16 hours of content there. And when you're animating it, and you say, okay, we have 1.5. What's gonna go? What doesn't get to stay? It's a very different conversation. Air conditioning units, can't be forgetting them. Okay. Feel like I might not be pausing this one. Conveying emotion is also difficult. Yeah. You can't really do things subtly. You have to just say it sometimes. You know, especially in like a fantasy series, there are a lot of concepts that need to be explained, of course. Gotta lay the groundwork. And that can be really tricky to do subtly in a story. You kind of, you know, show don't tell kind of has to go away when you're animating something and cutting into the bone. Alright, another encampment down. Alright. I'm getting sleepy, this is too casual. All the Brits are falling off. 811. 811. It feels like I'm close, but there's still like 180 more mechanical parts to go. This is insane. This is like an endurance run. I don't mean like save the world endurance. I mean like this is just endurance. Ooh.
A test of your endurance.
Yes.
Thing.
Bright Core Viper. That's driving me crazy. All these Bright Core variants are good for twine. Not mechanical. You plan on going live tomorrow? I do. I should go easy on myself now that you remind me. I should finish this up in tomorrow's stream. That sounds like the smart way to utilize my energy right now. Because I will be live tomorrow, and I've got all my 160s done. So if I plan to actually entertain an audience and myself, I should save something for tomorrow. And it won't make a difference to the YouTube viewers, because this is going to be up in a while anyway. I guess the channel members will get this like a day later. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. And yeah, 7 minutes left. See? I'm talking about these 20-minute missions like you want to avoid them like the plague, but I don't know. Fossil Southie Commander, you'll get just about everything done in 20 minutes. Okay, I thought that would reach. I thought that'd be enough. Have I even done the whole map? Kinda not really. Seems like I've gotten the important stuff. Alright. Whew, another city punched through. I'm trying to think of a right word, because I know I definitely missed some stuff.
Eviscerated.
Not... almost. Almost. Because I definitely missed some cars. I can see them. Some air conditioning units remain... Did I do the target practice? Surely I did. Unbelievable. Alright, well, let's do that. Hello.
Do that and end it.
At least do that. I got a couple more cars I can go punch. I did say like 840 would be like my grinded out number, but we're at 831 and I'm doubting those words now. You know, it's funny, again, to the audience it'll barely matter. I'll just make a cut and the video will resume. For me it'll be a day later, but for you guys it'll be 0 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. My aim is getting off now. That's how you know I'm getting tired.
JXVKK wants to see a little dance.
Well, you're redeeming this in the middle of a target practice.
Yeah, nice one, Jack.
Ah! I'm getting so tired now. Ah. That was a lot of stuff, though. Alright. I keep seeing mechanical stuff. This is amazing. Doing this in 3 parts. That's crazy. I did not dream. I thought I'd whip up another easy thumbnail and have a quick and dirty video up in one day, but this is becoming a journey. Hopefully future farming videos, if I do more, won't be as bad as this one. Maybe I'll know better. So what does this definitely rule out? Like, I'm not doing a stack of Sunbeam in one sitting. I mean, I get it. That'd be a very clickable title, but that sounds like torture, and I don't want to. How long would that take?
Would take forever.
Seriously, killing glowing animals with good luck, encampments, and farming caves, you can get 15 to 20 Sunbeam in one game.
To say hi to them.
If all goes well, and assuming Yeecrab doesn't want you to talk to them. Hello, Yeecrab. Yeah, stack of power cells. That'd be like a 9-hour video. Because you don't need that. That's the point I really want to make. You might use, if you are horrible with your durability consumption, you might use an entire Sunbeam weapon in one game. But you should get at least that farmed in the same game. Like, that should not be a problem on average. On average, if you're getting glowing animals and farming just a little bit, quartz, encampments, whatever, you should be able to clear 10 plus Sunbeam per mission. That should not be unreasonable. And that'll fund your entire weapon. That'll fund everything you'll need for that mission. So, farming a stack of it is an absurd, unnecessary expectation. And I am not the kind of YouTuber who tortures myself for content. If somebody paid me, we could talk about it. So to those of you who like to fund videos, it wouldn't be a stack. A Sunbeam's just... It would take so many games. It wouldn't be worth it for anybody.
Be like what? I don't know, 333.
Honestly, with
stacks,
with
right?
the best odds, if you're doing like 1,000 Sunbeam, that would be 20 a game. So yeah, we'd have to lower it like you said, 333, 200, an old school stack of Sunbeam, 200 Sunbeam might.
That maybe actually.
I could call it like a 2020 stack of Sunbeam or something cute like that. That I could do. If somebody wanted to put money towards that and pay me to torture myself, we could talk about it, but it's not worth it. That sounds painful.
And also, there's the point, like, do you need 200
No, you
more
don't. No,
Sunbeam for
You
anything?
definitely don't. Never. How much I gotta pay? Well, a standard video is like 50. And this would be more than that. Let me think. I think 200 Sunbeam might be 10 games of like killing a bunch of glowing animals, recycling. Like it'd be painful. It'd be painful. I mean, yeah. I don't really want to do it, so I'm scared to like put a number on it, but and I don't want to like name a number that makes me look like an asshole or something, because I'm not worth this. I don't think anybody should pay it. And I want to make a number that's like, I don't want to do this, but I will for this amount kind of thing. Well, I've paid that. I know, Soprenix, you have... This is somebody in chat who's demonstrated the ability to fund crazy shit. So... it would have to be on like an hourly basis, okay? Because I don't know how long this is going to take, and I don't want to get roped into a 6-hour grind, okay? If you wanted to fund this, I'd have to do, like... You said you've paid that. No, you have already donated on a standard donation basis. If you wanted to fund this crap, we'd be starting over. My standard, like, rate for, like, games I don't want to play on stream if somebody wants to fund a game is, like, $100 for 2 hours or something. I would want to start there if somebody actually wanted me to torture myself for farming 200 Sunbeam for a video. And I'm not worth that. I don't want anybody to hear that and think I'm an entitled... No, I don't want anybody to pay that. And 200 Sunbeam... It might be easier than I thought, you know? It might be like... You could fund that and it would be, how much Sunbeam can I get in 2 hours of farming? You know, we could have that kind of framework. Rather, instead of like an old school stack, it could just be, how much Sunbeam can I get in 1 hour? Then we could do... I could do that, yeah. I mean, that's less insane. How much Sunbeam can I get in 1 hour? I mean, you know, we could twist this. We could talk about it. So, it's, we can crowdfund it. Yeah, right? I mean... It might not need to be funded if I just give it that. If I give it a 1 hour cap, that's fine. I've just demonstrated. I mean, this clip alone is 1 hour and 9 minutes, so... Oh no, there was an animal right in front of me, the glowing crow. How much coal in 1 hour? We'll figure it out. All right, to the YouTube viewers watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see tomorrow instantly, but I'm gonna pause until the next time I pick up this session. Oh, we need to get a number real quick. Okay, I was pausing to show the amount, but I did get 1 legendary perk up for that, so... Big gains, big gains. Yeah, I'm at 880, so I think the next clip will be pretty short, but we are almost there. We are almost there. Okay, Sage and I are here. This is the next day for me. 0 seconds for you. We are at 880... efficient parts with the exact same loadout as before, and my keybinds have been swapped. I do page up and down for my side buttons just because when I'm scrolling on the internet, it's nice to have that. So, all right, Sage, you ready? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Are you here? Are you chilling? What are you doing,
Yeah.
actually?
I'm doing my dailies.
Doing your... Oh, the V-Bucks?
Yeah.
Are you a founder? I assumed you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you forget?
No. No.
Am I putting you on the spot?
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was the podcast with me and the... That's so weird, because I know for the YouTube viewers, this is just, like, a quick cut. But for me, we're, like, 17 hours later. I had to stop. I was farming for 2 hours and was tired. I needed my energy. I woke up today at 9 in the morning.
Now the video is going from British to Southern.
I love that. We need to have, like, a worldwide podcast-style farming session. I'm here to prove the clip farmers wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. We talked about this enough already. I'm just gonna let that be rested, but yeah, I'm so excited to finish this up because it's over 2 hours, man. This is gonna be the most, like, fall asleep to this type video I've posted in a while. I think we left off talking about the Sunbeam one last time, where somebody would have to pay me to farm that much Sunbeam, but we kind of came around to the idea of considering, like, how much Sunbeam can I farm in 1 hour? Hey, back-to-back efficient parts from those searchables. I'll take it. Just the containers. Okay. Usually those can be a little rare, but that says oink. I've never noticed that in my entire life. This is like a
Really?
pork restaurant? I've never seen this before in my entire... I don't pay that much attention, I'll be honest. There are a lot of fun surprises. These maps are well designed. Oh yeah, all these mechanical parts. I love it. Sage, have you ever just sat down and farmed for 1,000 mechanical parts?
I can't say I have.
I don't recommend it.
Sorry.
I don't recommend it. Oh yeah, the cake exploders. So, catching up the YouTube viewers who didn't live out my life with me, I just recorded my birthday llama videos, and I have now opened all of my 2025 birthday llamas. There are
Yay.
yeah, there are lots of people who send me pictures on Discord or wherever, where they're like, "Oh look, I saved all my llamas," and I don't know. As a content creator, it's always so fun to just crack them open. I never save them. I never save them. It's just too fun, you know what I get. Obviously, on the main account, it's a little less exciting nowadays because there's very little that I can get that would actually be exciting. Buckshot Raptor pull would be great. You know, getting Mayhem early is nice because that's a new hero. But at the same time, I don't need those things. It's just nice to have. And on the noob account, that's where things are really fun. Why is this game lagging? Why am I lagging in a single player game? What's going on? Are Save the World servers misbehaving again? That happens sometimes.
Probably.
Fortnite be nerfing the most random things, but never fix the Dragon Slash being off-center. What random things are they nerfing? I don't understand. People do that a lot. They'll draw two completely opposite things and call them parallel. Nerfing the most random things. What random thing have they nerfed recently? And don't you dare say the Discharger. That is not random. and the Dragon Slash off center isn't like something that needs to be nerfed. That's just a visual annoyance. I don't even know if it's a bug. They might honestly want it to be off center. Some people have commented more aggressively than I'll state it, but seriously, a lot of people have said this in a mean way, but the point is always the same, that they're like, it's off-center because the Dragon Slash is moving forward, and that's what it's supposed to indicate. And I was always like, nah, that doesn't convey that to me. That doesn't... To those who don't know, the most popular short on my entire channel, as a matter of fact, is "This will ruin Fortnite for you." And I specifically left out Fortnite Save the World, because I wanted the BR people to get roped in, and I think it worked. Basically, what I point out in that video is that Dragon Slash, the icon, is off-centered by like a little bit. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. And I don't know why that is. So that's it. You know, the speculation's up to you. So decent encampment, actually. Got mechanical parts over there from the Mist Monster. And of course, as usual, while we are farming mechanical parts, I'm always happy to see batteries. Duct tape even's nice to see as well. Duct tape is nice to see. Sage, how many mechanical parts do you have? Do I want to know? Alright, she's checking.
A stack or two.
Really? That's like a normal amount. Yeah, it's it's not something that saves up easily.
How much coal I have?
Oh?
I have 200.
Wow, that's not a lot. Shoot a crow. What do you...
I didn't even realize it till yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I have 200 coal.
You're almost out.
Yeah.
I should make a video on how to get coal. The
Yeah,
joke is that
sorry, I'm not farming for coal.
You're not gonna farm for coal?
Nah.
You're just gonna suffer until you get more?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna make a shady backdoor deal and just hook it up?
No, I can just ask in the chat, in the Save the World chat, and I'm sure someone will give me some. I'm not gonna lie.
She's just flexing her status, chat. If a random person went in and begged for coal, it might not go well. I don't
wouldn't
think
even have to ask in the chat. I just DM someone and be like, "Can you give me some coal?"
Yeah, there's always someone out there who is either farmed or less legitimately
Farmed.
achieved
Yeah.
a state where they've got enough they can just share. That's quartz again. D-Crab is offering 3k right off the bat. Wow, I feel like I've gotten really lucky. Yeah, I'm at 942. What the hell? It's been 7 minutes and I've gotten 60, just like that. That is way above odds, by the way. Having been farming for 2 hours by now, this is going to be a quick wrap-up to this little session. Wow, you can imagine Sage getting coal for Christmas. Wow, they're coming at you.
That's crazy.
They're coming at you.
I am a good girl, okay? Why would I need coal for Christmas?
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for 1 second. I love a good seismic smash. So satisfying. I feel like I'm embracing my inner noob by using a Xenon bow straight through smokescreen. Straight through smokescreen. Absolutely ignoring that
I
reduced
said that
damage.
and I got 3 messages of people being like, I can give you coal.
Yep. So you used to be able to farm Crackshot's neighborhood, but then
Yeah.
that became Ventures only, which, nice to have, I guess, in Ventures still, but not as fun. And I don't know if that was an intentional thing, because people would literally do their yearly coal restock during that Frost Night season.
Right, yeah, because it's so easy, yeah.
I heard of people getting 20,000 coal and just nervously hoarding that for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I never took it that seriously. As stated, you know, you farm passively, do those material encampments. Nowadays we have glowing animals. And that's pretty much plenty. I mean, like, you'll get coal. You just kind of play the game. They kind of just happen. Alright,
Yeah.
there's a Smasher. Smashers can drop efficient parts. This is not a boosted ground pounder. I have nothing giving it any extra damage. And there we go. That's why I bother, honestly. They can drop efficient parts, and they destroy your cars. So for 2 good reasons, you can actually take the time to kill those Smashers. It's funny how many times I've made the same point in this video. Oh, man. If there's anybody who watches this far in, we need a code word, Sage. How are we going to know people made it this far in the video without skipping ahead?
Pineapple.
That's literally what... I've used that one before and I didn't want to repeat, and you actually...
Oh, damn.
We have the entire English language, Sage. Why is it always pineapple?
I don't know.
Holy shit. That was the only thing in my brain. I had no plan B.
It instant just came to me when you said code word. I was like, a pineapple.
Pineapple juice. 974, home stretch. Wow. I swear I've used pineapple in, like, my old every item video or something. Alright, I'll make it official. There you go. If you made it this far without skipping, no cheatsies. I want pineapple in the comment section.
Real.
Like, if you actually watched this whole thing. Multiple sittings is fine. But as long as, you know, and even watching on a faster speed, that's fine. As long as you consumed the entirety
And
of...
if you're in the chat right now, don't go put pineapple and be a cheater.
Stream viewers cheating. No fun.
Yeah,
You guys
no
just
cheating.
cut in at the end. You guys don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
One person's gonna be like, what'd you need? Needed parts? That's besides the point, okay? This is a complicated situation, right? So I've played no games since my session. I should be able to just recycle whatever I've got fairly... Wow, they all just healed each other. That is... Okay, well... Is there any... What do we got over here? Anomaly? Woo! Look at that. Well, a Brightcore Thumper can't be efficient parts, but I'll still recycle it. Yeah, I got 12 from the Pummeler I just got. Is that going to be like my boring end to this whole thing? Is I just recycle a weapon from a crow? 7 more to go! I'm actually excited. I thought this would be a while. I seriously sat down with the mental preparation of like, here we go. This will be another 45 minutes, but no. We need 4 more efficient parts. Hey, we're going to do it. Maybe I should do the target practice.
Yeah, you would get some for that.
Alright. That was Oxy. Wrong tier
God.
5. I wish I would have paid attention to how much Oxy I started with, because I've gotten plenty from this.
I can give you some oxy.
That's not what I'm...
Oh, in-game oxy, okay.
I think of that every time I say it. Well, you know, that means two things,
Yeah.
but we don't need to educate the children today. Where are these discs? I can't even see them around all these enemies. I should grab a melee. There we go. I couldn't see it over Lexa's hat because I was up against the wall. All right, there we go. There we go. I can play undisturbed, but not well, at least. Can't hit a shot to save my life. Alright, last one. There we go. Got some recyclables. Both of those are efficient parts items. And 999 exactly! Woo!
Rest in peace.
999 mechanical parts. So I looked at the footage before I recorded. I had an hour 57. I did a 5-minute intro, and we did defend an objective. So, I guess we had maybe... That might have taken 2 hours. Maybe 110 minutes. I don't know. Let me see from the very beginning when I showed my image. Oh, I unmuted because I was already... All right, I want to see how much Oxy I started with. Okay, I had 2 stacks about, and now I've got... Okay, no. It looks like I got like a couple hundred Oxy just as a byproduct. That's not that much, but, you know, it's decent. All right, well, I don't really have a follow-up. The goal here was to get 1,000 parts, and I have that now. So, if you want to subscribe, you should. Channel members not only get early access to my videos, but this was a super silly, low priority upload for my channel, and it went up weeks after recording. So if you want to get that kind of a head start on future silly videos, you're welcome to become a channel member. Otherwise, all my videos go out for free eventually, so there's really no pressure to spend any money. It's just if you want to support me and you want to see more content. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And then